Jane.
Ellen.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
응답하라
Yeochin.
Yeochin. Go to the into the 실.
Back to the count to the Jew. Jane.
Ellen.
World Cup is here.
Oh my gosh, it is here, and it's happening right exactly where we record.
Yeah.
In Pioneer, very close. Pioneer
Very
Square,
walkable.
Soto. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're walking distance. So we're gonna have to figure out logistics because we're not gonna be able to physically come and park
Right.
if we're recording during
we'll
that
have
time.
to see when match days
Yeah.
are. You know, it's always interesting. It's fun to see on TV, but the cities that actually have to, like the day-to-day people like us that have to endure like a big spectating sport like this,
Yes,
you know, that's on a
yes.
world stage.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah.
Yeah, and we knew about this for like more than a year, right? And we were like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be crazy.
I know the anxiety's been building
And
up.
what makes me sad is that our friend Sarah, who owned Ozon Panchan, the restaurant right downstairs from our studio where we record, it was in a really prime spot to get a lot of foot traffic.
This was what she was waiting for.
And unfortunately, she just had to withstand all of the headaches of the really rushed construction,
which hurt the business
beautification
so much.
work,
Yeah.
which, you know, I can understand was justified, but it really hurt her during that time.
Yeah, literally they would block entrance to her door. So people found it, even though they're open, there's hammering
Yep.
that's shaking the whole restaurant.
And we ate through that,
Yes,
remember?
we
you know,
still want to support.
There were signs like, oh, we're still, we're open during construction. And now all of that's done because the World Cup is here and Ozhan is not here.
And it makes me so angry because they took so much access and to her business away to do this. And now she can't even reap the benefits because she had to shut her doors.
And she hosted city representatives
all
right?
the time.
And, when they were touting, all these improvements that they were going to make in preparation for this big event. And I was just speaking with Blake before we started recording, but did you notice driving down here that there are so many other businesses? I noticed like a new bakery on the way here, like on First Avenue, and all these kind of businesses popping up in preparation for the influx of businesses and influx of people, tourists, and World Cup fans. But after, then what? Like, are they going to have staying power? Are they going to be supported to stay here? Because
we know personally, she begged the city to help her out.
And it wasn't just her. It was a lot of restaurants on this block in this neighborhood.
To not even like help to make right what they were taking away, which was like the sidewalks for patrons to walk through to get to her business.
And we get that it's temporary.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think they should have done so much more to support businesses to be able to weather that
storm,
and come out of it then prepared to reap the benefits and welcome people.
And it's heartbreaking because we know Sarah's story so well, and she had been counting down the days for, she believed in the city and was like, it's all going to be worth it if she can get through it to reap the benefits when the World Cup actually gets here. And here we are. And so many of these businesses have been shuttered, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, how much money have you given to these new businesses to pop up?
Oh, they probably subsidized rent.
Right.
And this is like prime real estate. It's not like, it's not a coincidence that all these small businesses were able to open up.
Right. And that's really, I think this is like the inside perspective.
Yes, it's the inside perspective. I mean, we're here, regularly throughout the year. And then, we have friends who don't come to downtown regularly.
Yeah.
Regularly. And they're so excited about the World Cup being here. And
But
yeah,
we
I don't know. I
know
hope it's
it's a temporary Band-Aid. As with so many ways that the city's being handled right now. Like, I don't have all the answers, but it's really heartbreaking to see our city. I mean, even like the heart of downtown. Did you hear about this recent sale of one of the buildings? I think.
Yes.
And it sold for less than half what it was bought for.
Yes, I did see that. Yeah, from the King 5 reporter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was watching another video of his yesterday that this hit close to home because it raised the question: is downtown Seattle the new downtown Detroit?
Wow.
And I lived there for years and reported there for years when Detroit was on the up and up.
Yeah.
And what was happening there were a lot of buildings and events and stuff. It was getting privatized, almost like downtown was getting privatized, like the parking garages, and then like these events, these kind of historic annual events, like around the holidays and stuff, would be sponsored by like a big name and stuff, right? But now you go there and to downtown Detroit, and it has revitalized.
Oh, it has.
And there's not as much, vacancy, and there's a lot of foot traffic, but it was like a slow build.
How were they able to accomplish that, you think?
Like by bringing in, lots of
big businesses,
and
while our mayor says, don't let the doors hit you on your way out.
Are leaving.
Yeah, because our mayor is saying, we don't really need you here. Yep. We don't need big money.
And I do remember when Sarah said, like, well, they would rather have like a Sephora come to Pioneer Square
because
than help a small business.
Yes.
Kind of survive and thrive.
I mean, I think people have such a black and white picture of capitalism, and you think that, right, you want big businesses to be able to like shop at, but you think that they're like, but if you paint them as, the evil monsters that you need to keep out, the reality is those businesses do bring in foot traffic, and the small businesses alongside them can truly benefit. And you hear that from real business owners. But the regular shoppers, they don't have that picture of keeping a mom and pop shop open. I remember when my parents had their dry cleaning business, they were so excited when the Safeway opened next door because that gave them a chance.
Yeah.
And,
it's an anchor. Yeah. They serve as anchors. But also, I mean, accessibility needs to be better, I think. Yeah. I mean, transit. I know, Blake said they were giving business owners transit cards, Orca cards, because they're encouraging using transit. You're not going to be able to like bring a car down here and park on match days.
Yeah.
But I think transit needs to be improved. I mean, we took the light rail from like U District area to T-Mobile a couple weeks ago for a Mariners game.
How was that?
It
wasn't Korea.
No, it's not. It's not Korea. And that's probably the only time I've ever used light rail is on.
I don't think I've ever used it.
It's good. It's convenient.
Yeah, but it's work to get there.
It is work to get there, and there's like room for improvement.
Yeah,
there really is. And oh my gosh, Ellen, like Seattleites, they are not Seoulites or Tokyo,
Right.
They have no experience like boarding a train. I was like, why is it taking this long?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you need to go in there, get in there, pack like sardines. Like Asians were used to like the no personal space.
Yeah.
But I'm like, these trains are like half the size of the trains in Korea, or it's so narrow.
Wow.
And yeah, I'm like, no, like you move it, lady. There was like this lady, like wait, like her stop is not for like several stops, but she refuses to like get out of that little bay, like near the door.
Right.
and doesn't move. And I'm like,
you're just a
something
block.
like everything. We need to have a mindset shift.
Yeah.
If we're gonna be like a world-class city, you know, you need to get used to like the density and like you need to get. I don't know. It's like so many systems need to change. But
do you think the World Cup will have a positive impact on our city?
I hope. I don't know.
Has the first match happened yet in our city?
No, I think
Not
it's the
yet.
15th. So in a few days.
Yeah. But Korea won.
Yes, Korea won last night.
Yeah.
Their first game.
That was their first? I thought,
Yeah.
how does that work? Because I thought, so it was against Mexico, but I thought they
It was
had a
in
match
Mexico.
with
It was against Czech.
Oh, in Mexico
Czech.
against Czech. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And yeah, I was excited. I only tuned in for the last 10 minutes of the game.
Is that when they scored?
No, I mean, but they scored like later
Yeah.
in the game. Yeah. And Ben was watching it the whole time, but
Wow.
yeah, I came out later. And
What's so funny is that I was in Korea, right? Not too long ago. And I asked somebody, a Korean, person about like, oh, well, World Cup is coming to our city.
Yeah.
Is Korea going to do well? And this guy was like, no. He was so sure.
Uh-huh.
He said that we didn't have a well-rounded team, that there was like only one star player.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't really follow football.
I think there's a couple of good
Okay.
players, but Son Heung-min is like really old now, and it's probably going to be his last World Cup.
Yeah. And I
this
think
is
that's
his
what this
fourth.
guy was
Yeah.
saying. He's like, the only star player is him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's kind of older.
Yeah, so they're not heavily favored. but
Okay.
they're kind of like mid-tier.
They're
I
mid.
would
Yeah,
say.
that's what
Yeah.
the cabbie was telling
Yeah.
me. And I was so disenchanted. I was like, oh, we don't have a chance? But they won. So
Yeah,
that's was the Czech team a bottom tier team?
I don't know. I don't know anything really about like this. Just crept. World Cup always feels like it creeps up on you,
Yes.
right? And I only get swept up in the storm if like,
Your team,
yeah.
if Korea's doing well.
Yeah. So the last memory I
It's just
have
like-
of that, Ellen, is 2002.
Right. That's
was-
everybody.
I was a junior. The Reds.
Yeah,
right?
the
It was the
Red.
first time we really kind
Remember
of
there were models that got
mobilized. Yes,
Yeah.
I remember that model with the
red
she
shirt, and
she cut the
took Korea
shirt
by
to
the
be
storm.
like a crop top, like tube top. She
Yeah.
was so hot,
Yeah.
long hair,
Yeah.
and
And the cabbie was also telling me that,
Yeah.
that is the peak memory,
Yes,
and nothing will
yes,
ever surpass
yes.
that.
and it made no sense. Like, why was it be the Reds?
Shouldn't we know?
No, I don't know.
Well, okay, I feel like we should know.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
I
let me
do
look it up.
remember my dad would wake me up early in the mornings for some of the like matches, so that I could be awake to watch. And then
How
he
old
would,
are you?
I was
You must have been
17.
Yeah, high school, because I was
Yeah.
in college.
I was in high school. I was a junior in high school, and then some of our friends would host. Their parents would let all of us come to their house and watch the match. My dad would paint our faces. So it was a fun time. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
But that was the year where we truly had like an all-star team.
And we went, I
Um,
think we went to like the quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Super exciting. But yeah, I don't know. We're not a big soccer family either.
Yeah.
So
Okay, it says the word Reds was chosen because South Korean team traditionally wears red home kits, a color tied to the positive yang energy.
okay.
And
Yeah,
like
because the
something about
taegukgi is like
red
the
devils.
blue is like yin and yang, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
blue and red. Oh, the red devils. Okay, yes.
What's
I
the red
remember. I don't
devils?
know. It's just some, like, yeah. It's just ringing bells.
Yeah.
Here we are trying to do a World Cup episode, knowing nothing.
Knowing
about,
absolutely
yeah,
nothing.
absolutely nothing.
And I meant to do more research, but it's summer. And surviving graduation
Yeah, yeah.
has been did I tell you that Sawyer did his
No,
first
but I saw-
triathlon?
Oh yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he swore,
Mhm.
I don't even know how it came about, right? And I was like, how did all of a sudden they're telling me Sawyer signed up for a triathlon. I'm like, oh, when is this? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? Why?
Yeah.
And apparently, so
was it a city thing or was it a school thing?
It was a city thing. It's a Quad City
Mm-hmm.
thing. And I guess they sent a flyer home.
Okay.
In the kids, you know. But here's the thing about my husband. He looks for any opportunity to push the kids. If they show the slightest, you know, he's honestly a better parent than I am. I don't pay attention, obviously.
He's the high effort parent of the two.
Oh yeah. I'm barely there. I'm there and they'll tell me something and it'll go over my head. But apparently, but their versions are different. So Adonis's version is that Sawyer came to him with this flyer and said, look, there's a triathlon, which he took it as to mean I want to do it.
Yeah.
Sawyer's version is, no, I just pulled out the stuff from my backpack and said, here's the papers.
Yeah.
And there was and then Dad was like, ooh, there's a triathlon.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it? So two very different versions. But yeah, Sawyer swam, rode a bicycle, and he didn't even have a bicycle. Adonis went and hunted down a bicycle.
Did you have to have your own? I guess so.
Yeah. And he had a bicycle that he outgrew. So he was like on the hunt for a bicycle. I'm like, why are you on the hunt for a bicycle? He's like, because Sawyer's going to do this triathlon. I'm like, oh my God. So yeah.
And is he like good at all of that? Swimming, biking, running?
I was shocked, Jane. I mean, I knew, hey, listen, okay, I will say this. I took the kids to all their swim lessons, okay?
Yeah.
And when they were little, it was actually really nice. We had this neighborhood person who had an indoor pool that did small private lessons for like 3 students at a time.
Yeah.
And so I religiously took both of them because I don't know how to swim.
Yeah.
And I always felt insecure about that. Like more as it's a life skill that you... Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Oh, no, because we'll get to it. But
okay.
Yeah.
I say that I'm insecure about not being able to swim, and Jane's got this like little mischievous smirk on her face. Anyways, so I say that was my efforts that paid off, right? But I don't know. They stopped their swim lessons because they had the basic skills down at about a couple of years ago, I think.
That's all you need, really.
Yeah,
unless
just to get them. I wanted to make sure that they could swim. if you know,
that they wouldn't drown.
Swim is just like we sometimes go out paddleboarding and stuff like that. Although I think paddle. I mean, I did take a swim lesson. I think I could do it. Not great. But I finally learned, right?
Yeah.
And it's so funny to me because my husband's like, it is crazy how you have no fear of water. Even though, because I'll go paddleboard like far. And
because usually if you don't know how to swim, like you're not going to the deep end.
And he was
water.
Freaked out because one time I forgot to put on my life jacket.
Yeah.
And I was getting far. He's like running into the water, life jacket.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, how embarrassing.
You should wear a life jacket regardless.
Yes. I came back, put on the life jacket. I completely forgot.
Yeah.
See, this is how forgetful I am. Anyways, he did the swim portion and he did Jane. He looked like a professional swimmer.
That's amazing.
He did this like graceful. He wasn't splashing a ton
freestyle,
of water. Yeah. He was doing the side to side. I was like, oh my God, he can swim.
Yeah.
So, I was just proud of that. But it took him so much effort to get out of the pool because I think he got winded and they had to pull him out.
How many laps was it?
Just one.
Okay.
And then back.
Okay, so maybe 50 meters, 100. Yeah, depending on how long.
Like probably, I mean, it's smaller than a football field, you know? Anyways, he did it.
Yeah.
And I was very proud. Then got on the bicycle. I mean, he had to do the whole... Jane, this is not a professionally run event.
No, but it's a great
it's by this. We found out it's put on by Issaquah High and Issaquah Middle School.
Okay.
Put on by the kids.
Okay.
Essentially.
Cute.
And so at one point, he's running through to get to the finish line. And there are these girls that are carrying a picnic table right across the entrance so he has to stop. I'm like, these girls couldn't, they were off
before the finish line?
Yeah, he got to, there's a finish tunnel, and he's about to enter that finish aisle, and they start carrying a giant table across that finish entrance.
Okay.
And he was like, what do I do? And he
Oh,
literally
my
got
God.
stalled.
Oh, is it because he finished so late?
No.
Or like-
They were just carrying on about their business.
Okay.
Like they didn't have a care in the world.
They're still racers finishing
like,
the race. Yeah.
This would, it would never happen in a real triathlon, right?
But,
We're like, hold on, Sawyer.
Yeah.
I guess the girls have to cross with the picnic table. And they were the volunteers, so.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Something got lost there in communication, I guess. The reason why I was cracking up earlier or giving you a funny look is because you put in so much effort to make sure your boys know how to swim.
Kill a mosquito.
Because you don't know how to swim.
Right.
I did the same with my kids when it came to riding a bike because I don't know how to ride a bike.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like multiple summers in a row we're doing pedal heads. Pedal Heads is a bike camp.
Oh,
and they have it.
Did you do it too?
No, it's for kids.
You still don't know how to ride a bike?
I still don't know how to ride a bike.
Jane, I also did not know how to ride a bike, and I learned. Did I tell you
as
that?
a grown-up?
At a 40-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so there's hope for me still.
Oh, yeah.
But if we did a triathlon, we would have to split it. I'll do the swim leg for you.
Yeah.
You do the bicycling, and then
the
we
fact
can
that
run
we've
together.
talked about that.
Yeah. But yeah, good for Sawyer for trying that out.
Well, the whole time he was like, I didn't ask to do this.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he was forced.
But you could tell as so the last part is not the last part, the bicycle portion.
Yeah.
He was coming through, and I could see this look on his face, like he's doing it, right? And I was like, yeah, let's go. And I'm cheering him on. Yeah. And then you're supposed to get off the bike, park the bike, and, start running towards. And right as I'm thinking, it was all worth it. It was all good. He gets off the bike and just trips. Both knees. Blood. And I'm recording this.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes. Oh, no.
And
he's like,
it's okay. You're okay.
I didn't want to do it. So, it's always it's never picture perfect.
Yeah.
In our minds, you have this wholesome idea. We always have such great, this is going to be
great
so
expectations, and then
as soon as he's done, he's like, there goes the weekend. Worst weekend ever. I didn't want to do this. My knees. I told my husband, really? Was this worth it? He's like, he did it.
Yeah.
He's so proud.
Yeah.
So proud. But I will say this.
Adonis is proud or Sawyer's proud?
Adonis!
Oh, okay.
Sawyer, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm tired. My knees.
Yeah. What I thought was cute when I saw your video was that Gavin, Big Brother, says nothing and just walks by Sawyer afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like he's too cool to even give him a pat on the
Oh
shoulder.
my God.
Or
We have to yell at him.
But he does. The way he acknowledges is by walking next to him.
Good job.
Yeah. Good job.
So finally on Monday, Sawyer says to me, I guess it was fun. So in the end, ultimately, I think he actually did enjoy it.
They do like the things we make them do.
And it always reminds me of the story my husband told me, which was that when he was growing up, his mom made him do all these things that he absolutely did not want to do, that he absolutely hated.
Yeah.
One of which is piano. And as a 43-year-old man, oh, yeah, because Adonis always likes to remind me, I'm not 44 yet. You're 44. Because he's turning 44 in July. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Anyways, that's
when
fine.
this airs, he'll be 44.
What? Yeah.
When this airs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, but all the things I hated that my mom made me do, I enjoy now.
Does he say thank you?
Of course not. You know, mothers don't get.
You should, Adonis. You should.
Actually, no. You know what? That's not true. I do recall on our wedding day, he thanked his mom for making him do all the things.
Okay.
And that he is the man he is today.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave her very high honors on our wedding day. I do recall that.
Okay.
And that's what Adonis drives with.
Moms of boys have it so hard. We have to wait until they get married, if they get married, to get thanked.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you saw this, now that you say boy moms, but we don't call ourselves boy moms.
Well, I don't call myself a boy mom.
Yeah, because there was this lady, and I don't know if she's married to him, but you know the guy from American Pie, the main guy, Jason Biggs, I think it's his ex-wife.
Oh, is this the controversy where she posted a photo of her cuddling with her son?
And kissing him on the lips, I think. Yeah.
Referred to him as a toxic boyfriend or something?
Yeah. But if you actually read it, it wasn't just the pictures. Read it.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the pictures. She wrote a whole essay on how she is and will always be the first woman in his life. And how she feels sorry for the woman that he will marry, because and hopes that the woman that he marries doesn't have parents, because she doesn't want to share him with the wife's parents, and that it'll be a tough act to follow. Like, it just went on, and I'm the first love of his life. I'm his everything.
I think there are a lot of moms of boys who feel that way.
That's so bizarre to me.
Would not post that.
You think so?
Yeah.
They think it? I would not think that. I mean, okay.
No, I don't think that, but...
I mean, right.
And I will tell you, like, when I went to my 20-week, when I was pregnant with Bennett, and I went to my 20-week ultrasound appointment, and they tell you, like, the gender. They ask you, do you want to know the gender? And I was like, yeah. And for some reason, Ben and I were both so sure that it was going to be a girl, because we just had always imagined the first child being a girl.
Interesting. And why do you think that is?
I think because I was the first girl, and then like Ben was like, I think we just had we had imagined it. So in our minds, when I was pregnant and we were a few weeks along, in our minds it was a girl, because that's what we had always envisioned.
And did you have the Koreans do the nickname?
Oh, we didn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't do that either.
No.
They call it a melon or
yeah. Yeah, we didn't really do that.
Okay.
But the text said, "Oh, it's a boy." And my first thought, Ellen, I kid you not. The first thought was my heart dropped.
Oh!
Because I was like, "Oh,
you were disappointed?"
I'm so sad, because girls are forever, but boys are until like they're 18. That was the thought I had. So never did I think. And even when Bennett's now 12, right? I mean, I don't think of it as, oh my God, I'm so sad that he's gonna be. I'm the first woman in his life, and like,
yeah. Although I guess I have said to Gavin, hey, when you get married and you have your own life and I hope you remember me. Like, I hope my thing is, I think that they'll just go and forget everything and leave everything behind. I just hope that you still, Gavin is the more affectionate towards me. Sawyer is definitely more into his dad than me.
They won't. You know how I know that?
They won't what?
They won't leave you.
You don't think so?
No, because they see in real life how Adonis is with his mom, and she's so present in your lives.
Yeah.
So having that and witnessing that is so like ingrained that that's not going to happen.
Oh my God.
And it's very dependent on, the relationship that you're nurturing now.
So that brings up another point. Gavin went to a friend's house, and this friend of his is an only child, right? We're having dinner, and Gavin says, "You know what was interesting? It was so quiet in that house." And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, it was like so quiet.
Yeah.
Like the mom just reads in her own room, and the dad just plays his video games. They don't talk.
Yeah.
And like I could hear myself. We were like the only ones that made sound." And he kept reiterating the fact that it's quiet.
Yeah.
And I started to get, Jane, I've told you about this. I know I'm a loud person. I get told all the time, "Oh, Ellen, I could hear you before I could see you." And I think people take my loudness for granted. But my loudness brings life, okay?
Yeah.
So immediately I'm like, "Oh, so did you like it? Did you like it being in a quiet house? What did you think about it?" And then he's like, "I don't know. I just thought it was different." That's what
I
Gavin
think that
said.
was less of a statement about you or the loudness you bring than it was comparing.
He was so shocked by it.
Comparing like an only kid household.
Yeah.
I mean, we notice this all the time when the kids are separated, mostly on weekends, right? Because one kid is somewhere else, and so they're separated.
Yeah.
I think that was less of an observation about your loudness,
but he
than
just
the
kept...
quietness of a one-child household.
Right, but he was like, "Well, the mom doesn't talk." He looks at me and goes, "The mom doesn't say anything. She just reads." I'm like, "Bitch, I read too." I read and then I talk about what I read.
That's what I want to do is like, and that's what I do is at the dinner table. I mean, not when we're having dinner, obviously. I'm reading. But Ruby sees me and all she does is keep talking. Keep talking at me. And I'm like, "Can't you see I'm trying to read, Ruby, I'm trying to read."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was telling, but he just kept saying, "Wow, wow." And then I finally was like, "Okay, and what, you like it better over there?" And he was like, then he said, "Oh no, I still love you, Mom." I'm like, "Bitch, I didn't ask you if you love me. What?" Anyways, then my husband was all like, he's just sharing with us an observation. You didn't have to make it about you. And I'm like, I wasn't making it about me, but he keeps looking at me and saying, "It was quiet there." Anyways, later I was like, "Listen, it's cool." Oh, but this was a good one. I mean, not a good one, but I said, "Hey, it, it was a good observation you made that there's different houses and different people living different ways." And then he said, I was like, "So what is that? What else did you think about that?" And he goes, "Oh, well, I was just thinking my friend probably feels lonely." And I was like, "Oh, damn right he does." So you better appreciate your brother.
I thought that's where he was going with this whole thing. Is like,
yeah.
"Oh my gosh, like I thought it was great to be an only kid, but I go to my friend's house and it's actually so quiet."
Yes.
I was bored and I could hear myself thinking.
Yes. And of course, us being moms, that's what we jumped to. I was like, "And see? This is why you should appreciate your brother. Why you imagine how lonely you'd be. You even observed it yourself. And that's why he always asks to come over to our house because he's bored at the house, right?" And he was like, "Yeah, yeah."
Oh, man. I mean, Bennett can relate. We were watching the Korea Czech game yesterday, and I'm observing Ruby and Bennett, and she's just so freaking annoying.
Jane, you're not supposed to be the one saying that.
No. She's annoying to Bennett because we're all sitting on the couch, right? There's plenty of room on the couch, and they have to like sit so close to each other, and she keeps touching him, like she keeps placing a hand on him, and he's like swatting away. He swats it away. He's like, stop it," and I'm like holding on to her.
It's like those TikToks that siblings make. They're like, "Do you know what it's like having a sibling that just like does not respect your space?"
Yeah.
Oh, and then there was this girl that I wonder if you can relate to this because, God, I don't know if your sisters ever, because you have the unique experience of having a brother and a sister. And I don't know how close to your sister you were, but this girl she's sitting in the dark. I think it happened. She's like, you guys, I'm so fucking mad. I had to pull over and make this video. Like, if you've ever wanted a sister, let me make you think twice. And she starts talking about these sweatpants. She's like, I love these pants. I live in these they're $150 sweatpants. I'm like, first of all, who pays $150 for sweatpants? Well, whatever. As a white woman, you know, I don't understand white women activities. But she's like, I love this fucking sweatpants so much. But all of a sudden, these sweatpants went missing. And you're already laughing, you know.
I'm starting to sweat.
And I only let one of my best friends and my sister ever borrow these sweatpants. But around the time that my sister moved, the sweatpants also went missing.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I asked her. I gave her, you
yeah,
know.
Of course she did.
Yeah. And she denied.
Of course she did.
So then one of the days she was visiting, her sister lives like 3 hours away. And she was actually on the weekend visiting her sister. So she scoured the house. She's like, you guys, I tore that house apart.
Yeah.
I knew she had it,
Yeah.
but I could not fucking find it. And she kept saying, I told you so. I don't have your fucking sweatpants. Like, get over yourself, blah, 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 right? So she was like, you know, and I've been stewing on this. But I just had to fucking pull over because I saw Instagram story posted by one of her friends. And she's wearing my goddamn sweatpants! You know this.
This is so triggering for me.
Oh my God.
I've
so
never
you do
seen
know
this. Oh, do I know it?
Yes,
I do know it. Yes, I do know it.
Really?
Yes.
Tell me.
This is one of Bennett's favorite stories. So like when he gets so fed up with Ruby, he comes to me and like the way he decompresses is by asking me like, Mommy, can you tell me a story about you and Momo? He calls my sister Momo.
Oh.
And so this was when we were like younger, like kids, like school age, grade school. I was so meticulous about my stationery, like my mechanical pencils and my pens, you know, like the cute ones from like the Korean stationery store.
Morning Glory.
And I had like my cute stand-up clear pencil case and I would like display them. You know the pencil case that was like a can and then on the top there's erasers.
Yes.
Every now and then like something like a nice pencil would go missing.
Oh.
And I would say like, hey, do you have it? Have you seen it? You know, because at first, you know, I don't misplace things. To this day. Well, actually now, you know, I'm 41 and I do
that's a different
things.
This
it's
is a
mom
different
brain.
story. Yeah.
But as a kid, I never misplaced things. I never broke things, nothing. Right? I had a tight inventory. And she would just deny and deny and deny. And sometimes, like if she wasn't, you know, we had our own rooms. This happened multiple times, Ellen, where I would see one of my pencils like in her drawer, okay? But she has already used and abused it and it's broken.
Oh.
That was like minor.
And then
right?
what would you do?
That was minor. And I would get upset.
You would find it, be like, I knew it!
Yeah, and you know how like scary I could be. I mean, you can imagine. Like she was like scared, but that fear never stopped her from like, you know, getting
What would she say when she was caught red-handed like that?
I don't even remember. I think she was like really sorry or but like the part that would get me mad every time was like, how can you be so confident and 당당해 in denying?
That's what I find.
Yeah, I'm like, I would never, you know, if you put it back, you know, but then it would never come back to me. I would never find it in the same state. Also, I was very meticulous with my mechanical pencils. Especially if it was like a see-through pencil, I would only put one piece of lead. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm talking about? The lead?
Yes.
And she would dump like the entire lead in the pencil. So as you're using it and it's like swishing around in the pencil case, it gets all dark and dirty.
Wow.
There's no way to clean that.
Does your sister listen to our podcast?
No.
Okay,
No.
good.
Because she doesn't care. She doesn't care what I have to say or think. Like, she doesn't care. Okay? Like, but,
wow.
and then one time, Ellen, I was living in New York. This is like, you know, I lived in New York for about 5 months, my last year in college. Was I in New York? No. Okay, this was like post New York. I was in grad school. So I was in Chicago. And, you know, I only took like the stuff that, I'm going to wear for a season because I would come home during breaks and stuff.
Oh, so
I
there
see
is apparel.
on Facebook.
Oh, this is it. This is exactly it.
I see on Facebook like more than once her wearing like a dress or something that she took out of my closet.
Those are your sweatpants. Yeah,
and I would be so mad because like one, I remember it was like a dress. I bought it in New York.
Yeah,
and at that time it was like $70. It was like a lot of money for me to spend. On, but it was like so me. I was like I had to have it, and to see her wearing that was so
blood boiling.
jarring for me because I was like that
is
like the
me
reason
dress.
why I bought that dress was because it spoke to me and my like personality and identity. So and I didn't take it to grad school because it's like a party dress. It's not, I wouldn't have it in Chicago.
She?
Called my mom and I was like, "Oh my gosh, can you believe her?" And my mom's like, "Oh, you don't wear that right now. What's the big deal? You're not there."
You paid for it.
I'm cataloging.
You earned your hard money.
I'm glad I don't have boy or girl. Mostly like girl. I think if you have girl, you would run into those issues.
Girl
but
would be harder, I think. Yes. You saw red.
I saw red.
Yeah,
I saw red.
So this is definitely a sister thing. It's a common experience by sisters.
I guess so, but I think it has nothing to do with whether you're close or not.
Yeah. It's just, what's funny? So, I have boy brothers. It's Gavin that steals from Sawyer. So so Sawyer will be like, "I know you took my candy." He's like, "No, I didn't. No, it's sometimes I look at their dynamic and think, I think Sawyer's a big brother.
Okay. Yeah.
It feels like Sawyer would never take something. He's too much pride.
So interesting.
Sawyer's very prideful.
Yeah.
Gavin has no shame.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting? That's an interesting dynamic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sawyer is very prideful. And he'll be the one. I think he got really hurt at one point where Gavin wanted to hang out with his friends. And
I remember you telling me
that.
Yeah.
Like, well, and
no,
since then, he's like changed. He's like, just let him go. And then when I'm on Gavin's case about cutting his hair, so I'd be like, just let him be, Mom. He's the big brother. He's really like, just let him be.
Yeah.
He'll grow out of it.
Yeah.
I'll go cut my hair for you.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
It's really funny.
Yeah. So like I feel like it's Freaky Friday between those two, and they've like changed the order.
Yeah.
But,
oh man.
I hope your sister sees this.
We gotta cut that out, Blake. Cut it out.